Hey guys, the Masked Saiyan here, and I thought we can stray a little from Goku's transformations and talk a little bit about Gogeta, specifically Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. He is the fusion of Goku and Vegeta. He was he first came about in Dragon Ball Z in the movie 12 called Fusion Reborn, where he fought against Janemba. And that was a really cool movie. Unfortunately, that time it was uncanon, non-canon. But here we have Gogeta. He reappeared in the Dragon Ball Super movie Broly, and I mean that was an amazing movie, and he's just an amazing character, and we are so happy that he finally became canon. And they had some subtle differences from the first appearance and then the second appearance. So the first appearance, he had on his vest, he had orange like cushion around his arms, and his belt was, I guess, more turquoise perhaps. But in the movie Broly, those cushions on his vest happen to be yellow, kind of like Gotenks from the movie, the non-canon movie. He basically looks like Gotenks. Well, actually, Gotenks was canon to begin with. He was also in the series in the Buu saga, so I think that's what Akira Toriyama wanted to go for when he finally made Gogeta canon in the movie. He wanted to make sure that this fusion, the dance fusion, would still have the same clothing and same clothing colors as Gotenks, which he was the first that we saw use the dance fusion between two individuals. So, that fusion is very iconic. It's a funny looking dance, but a lot of people, I mean, athletes even, and just a lot of people all around the world use that dance to celebrate winning a game and things like that. And it's just really fun to do those pictures. I've seen like wedding pictures of the groom and his groomsmen doing that. Same with like the whole Ginyu Force poses and things. It's really fun. Dragon Ball Z and Super and just Dragon Ball in general has really impacted a lot of people's lives, and that's why we all love it, right? That's why we're here, and that's why I'm making this community so that we can talk and just embrace how Dragon Ball impacted our lives and for the better. I love Dragon Ball. So let's talk a little bit about these figures. We have here, they're both actually the same figure, just the paint job is what's different. So it's the Super Master Stars piece, BWFC, which is Banpresto World Figure Colosseum. What they do is they hold a competition between different sculptors, and they choose a winner, and the winner's sculpt will become a figure. And so they do 4 different versions of the figure. I only have 2 of them, but this one is the first version, and the first version is the brush. The brush basically shows the I guess you can say shading and just like the original colors. And then there's version 2, which is more of like an anime type colors, but there's no shading on that. And then there's version 3, which is the tones version, which is just it's like a gray, it's all gray. Although I do recall this figure in particular still has like blue eyes or something, even though the whole sculpt is gray. It looks really cool. But yeah, that one's really nice. It's basically like the prototype before it actually gets painted into these different versions. And finally, the one that many people would consider the best and the rarest is the Manga Dimensions, or the 2 dimensions version 4, which it just looks amazing. We'll get into it in more detail. It's where it looks like it just popped right out of the manga, or the, like right out of the comic book. So to speak, the shading is spectacular. It just looks amazing. So, yeah, let's dive right into these figures. So here we have Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. He's also known as Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Gogeta. And this is version 1, or the brush, and it just has really nice coloring and shading. I just love this pose. So this is the Super Master Stars piece BWFC line, where they do have dynamic poses, and this one in particular is awesome because it's when Gogeta is getting ready to power up his Kamehameha to obliterate Broly. Broly got lucky with that since Chi wished from the 7-star Dragon Balls, Dragon Balls Shenron, to wish Broly back into where he came from. And so he was able to teleport out there right before the Kamehameha was going to destroy him. But yeah, he's powering up. This pose is so cool. I mean, if you look at this just little, okay, not little, it's actually huge foot stand, it's actually not needed. But he's pretty stable, actually. Yeah, I might not even use it anymore now that I realized you don't need the foot stand. Yeah, it looks awesome. Like, look at this. He's like getting ready to start powering up the Kamehameha. His stash just flowing in the wind. His hair actually has a bit of shine to it too. And you can see the white tips of his hair. And I just think Gogeta's a really cool looking figure, or character in general. He kind of looks like, if you just cut his face in half, one side would be Vegeta and the other side would be Goku, although he only has one bang, so I guess it's kind of more like Gohan, but I mean, that's beside the point. Look how they incorporate a darker blue on his eyebrows and his pupils. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, he doesn't have any pupils. It's just his eyes. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so let's look at the Manga Dimensions. And his shading is just astronomical. It just looks absolutely amazing. And I mean, the foot stand is a block, but once again, we don't need it. Yep, it's perfectly fine without it. And just look at the detail on this. Wow. Yeah, Manga Dimensions is probably my favorite version as well. You can just see him popping right out of a comic. Look at that. 2 dimensions. And I apologize if I'm saying manga and manga. I mean, I'm sure in Japanese they don't say it like Americans, where we say manga. We say manga, or Japanese would say manga. It's just how they pronounce it. Extraordinary detail right here. All this shading. Boom. I've just had special effects like just starting to pop out. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, there you have it. We have Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta ready to take care of business as usual. That's what a lot of people like about Gogeta. He just gets right to the point, takes care of business. He doesn't fool around. Actually, if we talk about non-canon, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta did fool around, but I mean, if we're gonna talk about canon, we're talking about Broly Gogeta only, and he definitely took care of business. But even in Dragon Ball Z, he took care of business that time too, but I mean, like we said, non-canon movie right there. But either way, Gogeta is an awesome character. Let me know your thoughts on the character itself, on these awesome figures. If you think that, you know, they could have done a better job. And like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.